Hey, what's up? It's Manji. Another sweltering hot day in Central Florida. Getting a little work done on one of the work trucks today, so I'm kind of getting paid to just hang out, wait for the truck to get fixed. But I just wanted to touch on a few things. There was a report I put out a couple weeks ago based on a few snippets of information I received or researched from the Drudge Report, Infowars.com, that came directly from Roger Stone, who has a lot of insiders that told him about all the stuff that was going to go on at the RNC, where there was actually people paid by the Democrats and Hillary Clinton's camp. They were paid by her and them to send people to the RNC to protest Trump and to cause ruckus. They were paid by them, and they were paid to wear Bernie Sanders shirts and carry Bernie signs. But in reality, they weren't. They were Democrats that were working for the Clinton camp, paid by the Democrats and the Clinton camp to go to the RNC just to literally just to go and cause trouble. And that report was validated in the wikileaks, of the Clinton emails that came out, that have emails from delegates and people working for Clinton and the Democratic National Party, and they specifically said exactly what I just said. And it was emails and messages going back and forth about, whether it's a go, what they're going to do, how to cover it, how to make it look, all that stuff, payment. And if you do your homework and you go on WikiLeaks, you could read a lot of the emails and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, mere couple of hours after Roger Stone came on Alex Jones's show on Infowars.com and revealed this, I reported it, and then, a couple days ago when they released it, it was proven. So that just goes to show you that the sources I get my information from are for real. Alex Jones, Paul Joseph Watson, the Drudge Report, Roger Stone, Joe Biggs, all those guys, all the places where I get my information. They're all great people. They do great, honest work. They release honest reports with real information. Not this vetted information like the mainstream media sources release, where they're run by politicians and stuff, and they make sure that it doesn't go against their plan and everything that they want released. So you know what I mean? For instance, like a news outlet will have to run some of their reports by some of these, elite globalist people and make sure it's okay. And then the elite globalist people will, make adjustments to it or tell them what to say and what kind of reports to release, it's for their own benefit. Like they're not doing it to release factual news. They're doing it to release things that will sway the population and you people to agree with them, things to make you and I do things that they want. It's manipulation. It's a psyop. I've been saying this for a long time, but the whole issue is lies. Everything is based on lies. The mainstream media is all a lie. I mean, honestly, I don't think 20% of what they report or say is true. And if you look at the statistics, I'm very proud to say that a lot of the public and people in this country don't believe the news anymore. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very happy that people are finally starting to see what's really going on and understand that these people are not out to help you, and they're not out to give you information. They're not even out, they can't even report what happens, in this world legitimately. They can't even tell you the correct weather forecast. They will manipulate anything and everything they can to make it benefit their cause. You got to understand, they don't give a crap about you. They don't give a crap about me. They don't give a crap about our religious beliefs. They don't give a crap about our jobs. They don't care about our kids. Actually, you know what? One thing they do care about is our kids. Because if you look at the education system right now, everything they're doing with religion, transgender, all the restrictions and all this crap they're teaching our kids in school that are taking away from the actual, it's actually taking away from the education, and they're force feeding all this other bull crap down our kids' throats, confusing them, making them angry, causing them to be depressed, have anxiety, all this nonsense. That is a psyop by the government to create a weaker, less motivated, more unstable generation. If you look at the statistics once again, and I'm going to start providing links to go see these, so you guys could go look up these statistics on your own. But they're out there. If you just Google the keywords of what I'm talking about, you'll see. So many more of our children in this generation are coming out depressed and with anxiety and have psychiatric issues. It's just unbelievable. But for the most part, it's just getting worse. And honestly, I thought the RNC was going to be the worst, but it's turning out to where the DNC is having more, tensions are higher at the DNC than at the RNC, and I thought it would be the other way around. But from what I'm seeing at the DNC, I'm really happy, because anybody that gets interviewed is against Clinton, and they're protesting against her and speaking out against her. Everybody from even Black Lives Matter to Bernie supporters to, just regular Democrats that are diehard Democratic supporters, they're even all turning against her, especially with these new emails that were released by WikiLeaks by the hacker. They say it's a Romanian hacker, but people are thinking it's a Russian hacker. There was that, I forget her name. There was that woman that works at the DNC who was actually stepping down to go work with Clinton, and she got booed off the stage, and then Bernie got booed off the stage for being a turncoat, lying little BS artist. And man, that whole Bernie thing is just, I can't believe that, because if we didn't have Trump, I probably would have went with Bernie. I liked what Bernie was saying. I liked his policies. Seemed like a good guy, but for him to just concede, turn everything he said, and then shake hands and say I'm with her and endorse Clinton, that just goes to show you what's going on. I don't know if his whole motivation from the start was never to be the president, or if he was just trying to get some of his policies out there and force them far left and kind of force them into Clinton's campaign, just so he can get some of his policies heard and activated. I don't know if that was the deal, or if he literally had it stolen from him, because there was 11 states he won that the superdelegates took over for. He won by a landslide over Clinton. And anywhere you go, the what's that called, when they do the count after the voting, they did that count after people voted digitally. They did the count, by hand afterwards, where they would ask people who they voted for. And all those studies showed that Clinton lost, and all the numbers didn't match up. And if you look at the study, they say that if a certain amount doesn't line up with the actual polls, then there has to be voter fraud. And there's 11 states that are actually that filed a lawsuit. Not one, not two, 11. That goes to show you what's going on. The voter manipulation, the machines are being manipulated. They're stealing elections from us. Our votes don't even matter anymore. And You know, I'm 35. I think I voted twice in my life. And I haven't voted in the last 10 or so years because politics were I just thought they were stupid. And from the beginning, I didn't think our votes even counted. I figured they were going to put in office whoever the hell it is they wanted. Just like this whole super delegate thing. Bernie had way more votes than Clinton. I mean way more. Like not a little bit. It was like double-digit percentage where he beat her. And the super delegates came out and said, you know what? We don't care about your votes. We don't agree. So your votes are going in the trash can, and we want Clinton. So tough shit. And that's what really frustrates me. And that's the kind of stuff that motivated me to start making these videos. You know, because I've said this several times. You know, if people come on and they don't like me, they don't like the way they talk, they don't like my message, they don't like what I'm talking about, good. I don't care. It's all good. But if there's one person that views my videos and takes anything that I'm saying and uses it and becomes more the wiser, whether it be with God, politics, or anything I speak about, then I consider my job done. You know, I'm just trying to relay the message that Alex Jones, InfoWars, Drudge Report, Roger Stone, Paul Joseph Watson, Joe Biggs, all those, you know, reporters that put their lives on the line, you know, catch threats from the shadow government. They have their families threatened. They have the IRS sent on them, and their lives are made miserable just for trying to release the truth. And it's sad that this country has come to that. So I'm going to continue to make these videos, whether I get hundreds of views or 10 views. I don't care. I'm going to continue to make these videos. I'm going to continue to speak on how I feel. I'm going to continue to tell the truth. And I will never release information that I don't do a little research on first. Like if I'm going to talk about something, I make sure I find at least 3 sources that I'm going to find at least 3 sources that agree with what I'm going to talk about. You know, I do my homework, I do my research, I make sure that what I'm going to talk about has some fact to it and that it's legitimate. But y'all need to, more people need to go view Infowars.com. That's www.infowars.com, prisonplanet.com, Drudge Report, Roger Stone, which is thestonezone.com. All those people are awesome. Infowars is actually doing a 28-hour straight report called Operation Sleeping Giant, starting today at 11 a.m. for 28 hours straight. Y'all need to go check that out. That's www.infowars.com/show. You can watch it live on the website, or you can just listen to the radio stream, the radio show stream. So I'm going to end this transmission now. I got a couple things I got to do, but I'll probably make another report a little bit later today. Wake up. Like I always tell you, you know, do your research, read, look beyond the bullshit. You know, look through the haze of lies and disinformation that they set out there, because most people see this big thick fog of lies and they start weeding through it a little bit, and then they just get discouraged and say, forget it, I don't feel like dealing with it. But you gotta weed through it. You gotta persevere. You know, the truth is there. You just gotta do the work to find it. So like I tell you every time I end the transmission, being informed is the greatest weapon. Being informed is the greatest weapon we have against the enemy. Have a good one.